put it on now. Ta-da. Right then, so here we are, Virgin East Coast. Right then, here we are. On the train, just put the key in. Ta-da. Right then. Headlight on, ka-ching. Right, it's 10 o'clock. Instrument lights on, thank you. What else do I need on? Do I need any cab heating on? Oh, there isn't any. Oh, a foot warmer, yeah, I'll have some of that. And a demister, I'll have some of that as well. Yeah. Oh look, there's even a USB port. How cool is that? USB, probably on already. Anything else I need? Oh yeah, I need the wipers on, don't I? Yeah. Actually, hang on a minute. I'm down the wrong end, aren't I? I think. Am I? No, I'm not. Right, let's turn that horrible noise off. I'm just going to put it back into neutral. Here we are, guys. Do you like my very Christmassy train? Look at that. Like my very Christmassy train there. This was last year's Virgin Christmas train for 2015, and it was designed by Madeline Deacon, aged 11. So she must have entered a competition. Captain Jenks, it's the kind of one that's had the Armstrong Powerhouse enhancement pack to it. So yeah. Oh, looks like I need to turn off the tail lights actually. But yeah, don't you like the paint though? It's really nice, isn't it? Very Christmassy. That's one reason why I decided to do this particular train today. Yep. Oh, you'll find out in a minute. We're starting from Carlisle. That should hopefully give you a clue. Right, just need to turn off these lights. Right then. Here we go. Lights are off. And let's go, I think. Head off. Let's go now. Put the brakes off, and off we go. Yes, I know the text is missing. Don't worry, Captain Jakes. I've taken the text away on purpose. I thought we could do a little different route this time. No, it's okay, Captain Jenks. I've purposely taken the text off. Hello, Zedra. Hey Zedra, how you doing? Who was that was followed? Jack the Boss. Hello Jack the Boss, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We got a 20 limit coming up in a minute, or 25. Let's climb. Just accelerating slightly now, going up to 40. Right, I'm going to go up to a max of 100 on this route, I think. Yeah, this is the settle to Carlisle line, but with this is the electrified version. I'm going a little bit faster than normal, but I think I can, you know. I'll just go to about 90. You can't have everything though, race worker. It's just impossible. You can't have everything flight sim. This can't happen ever. You would have to be like, I don't know, you'd have to be a millionaire or something to have everything for flight sim. I think he's just messing around, guys. Anyone who won't want any drinks? Sandwiches, teas, cake, juices, coffee, crisps, biscuits. Ooh, wine and beer. Unfortunately, I can't actually see what the prices are. Shame you can't get up and actually. Oh yeah, no, that's a shame. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff though, base worker. So I suppose this is what the Settle to Carlisle line would look like if they electrified it, I guess. Not very exciting, but kind of cool because it means I can drive this train down it. We can pretend there was a diversion. So I'm doing yeah, about 80. So I'm going over the speed limit, but I just think, well, if this was probably electrified, they'd probably make the line limits go higher, I guess. I don't know. But anyway. I thought you didn't like Flight Sims, Captain Jenks. Hi, Jakey Trains. Merry Christmas to you too. Hope you've had a good day so far. Hope it's been wonderful for you. That goes to everyone else as well. They've always been too low detailed for you. Yeah. To be honest, if you're looking to get I mean, yeah, I mean FSX is great. I mean, it's an old game with an older engine now, but there's so much stuff that's always coming out for it though. But if you get the chance, if you get the chance, Captain Jenks, go to X-Plane website and download the X-Plane 11 demo and have a little play around with that. And see how it runs on your computer. It's X-Plane 11 is pretty cool too, and it's based on newer tech with 64-bit as well. So, although for the price, FSX is a bargain these days for what you can get with it. But then it gets a little bit addictive because there's so many really cool add-ons out there that once you sort of like start realizing all these cool add-ons, you want to kind of spend lots more money. So. Anyway, it's kind of cool though. How do you download the demo? What's that for X-Plane 11 Blue Train Passenger? You go to the X-Plane website. Hang on a minute. You can go here and try the demo. You just click on try it, and then there'll be a link to a demo that you can download. Try the demo out. It's still in beta, so it's not the final version, so there are still a few bugs and things. But try the demo out. It's limited to a small area. I think it's Seattle. But try some of the planes out, and then, well, you never know, you might like it. Oh, you should watch me stream, Captain Jex. Sometimes I'm streaming FSX about 2 or 3 times a week now. Last stream I did was yesterday when I flew from Finland to Stockholm, but I've also flown around other areas as well. So. Oh no, Blue Train Passenger, sorry, I haven't really been catching up the chat. No, I haven't got Discord or anything like that. Maybe I might get it at some point though. I've had FSX for years and years, Captain Jenks. FSX came out, I can't remember what year it was now. But anyway, been out for a long time, but there's so much third-party stuff for it. And also the good thing is obviously if you're used to Steam, you can get the Steam edition of FSX, and then you can just basically use add-ons and stuff downloaded from Steam. But not all the developers, not all the third parties will use Steam for their stuff though. But there's so much stuff out for FSX, crazy. But you just got to make sure it runs okay on your computer. That's the main thing. Because FSX is more like CPU than GPU dependent, so you could have like a really cool graphics card, but if you haven't got a very good processor, then it does make the game suffer. Plus it's 32-bit, so it suffers the same problems as like what Train Simulator does. So if you're flying between 2 places and you're using very detailed scenery, and you're also got other sceneries that you've installed that are quite high detailed, and it loads all those up as you fly along, and it's not very good at releasing the memory for them. So sometimes you find that you'll do a flight between 2 places and then you couldn't run out of memory before you land. But there is obviously loads of different things that you can do and stuff. So anyway, that's just a warning though. There was a texture add-on you saw. Is it any good? Oh, there's loads of texture add-ons. Do you know which one it was, Captain Jenks? In particular, was it the Orbex global one? Maybe. Yeah, well, you should be all right with an i7, Captain Jenks. I mean, with the spec machine that you've got, you should be fine with it. But like I said, it doesn't matter what spec machine you've got, processor, graphics card, or how much memory, you're still going to have these issues with the thing. But that just depends on the scenery. Out of the box, it's okay, really. Can you have an external view? Yeah, of course you can, Jakey. Here you go. Here you go, Jakey Chains. So we're driving the Class 91 with Virgin livery. We've got two special Christmassy. We've got the Class 91 with the Christmas thing on the front. And then we've got the Virgin Consist here, and then right at the end we've got a nice DVT in the same livery with the Christmas thing on the back. Here you go. So there's the DVT at the back. Obviously I'm driving this Consist backwards because normally the DVT would be at the front, but anyway. Yep, so there you go. I'm just driving along the Settle to Carlisle mark along. Yeah, I agree, Tepic. It's a really good. I mean, it's a really good simulator, and the community's huge for it. I think in the even now, even though it's been out for so long, even on Steam, it's still a very popular game. I mean, it's sold so many copies. I think it's probably like up there with like one of the world's, you know, the Flight Simulator series over time is probably like the most sold game. Okay, you've probably got Call of Duty and that beating it on the consoles, etc. But for like PC and that, it must be like the most game that sold the most copies of everything, I guess. Got to be up there, I think. Jakey Trains, I don't know. Maybe they did, but this is the reskin I got for it the other day. I got this from BH Reskins. He's a guy that does lots of reskins, and so he did this. I don't know if there's a 2016 version. Maybe there is, but maybe it was only maybe it hasn't been out long enough for someone to like take a decent picture of it and be able to make a reskin of it. I don't know. You might have to do a search on Google for it. I really don't know. Maybe there is one, though. Maybe there isn't, but I don't know. But I didn't actually know that there was that this reskin was for 2015. I didn't even know it was a real repaint until I downloaded it and had a look at it literally 20 minutes or so ago. Because I actually thought it was just a fictional reskin that someone had actually made up and put on there just because it was Christmas. Yeah, I know it's from 2015, Jakey Trains. But the person that did the reskin did it just the other day, so. Maybe you should do one and put one, if you're going to design one, maybe just put it on the Class 800 then, or whatever it is. It's a shame there's no other AI trains on this route though. Farm Sim 17, yeah, but compared to Flight Simulator series, though, it can't really compare because Flight Simulator has been selling since the 80s. think the first flight simulator came out. First flight simulator came out when it was owned by Sublogic. I think it was like the late 70s, early 80s, something like that. It came along, and every version of Flight Sim has sold thousands and thousands and thousands of copies, probably like millions of copies over time. I mean, it's just huge. Well, you go for it, Jakey Trains. You're good at drawing and designing, well, go for it. I mean, I would be very good. I would just draw little matchstick men on my train, and that would be basically, that would be it. It would be the matchsticks men train. This is supposed to be a 30 limit while I'm doing 80. Oops. Maybe send it to Richard Branson. What would be, sorry, I've got a bit lost there, Raceworker. What would be really cool DLC? What did I say? Can't even remember what I'm talking about now. Yeah, you're welcome, Captain Jenks. I've had it running for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days now, maybe about 4 or 5 days. It just helps, you know, just brings attention to it. I think someone saw the link, saw it running in my stream, and I think they went off and then donated, I think, to your Just Giving. So I think, I'm not too sure. I was waiting for that actually, Katie. The Branson pickle thing. Yeah, just do like the Branson pickle jar with put it on the side of a train. The Branson pickle. Oh, the matchstick figure skin. Yeah. Now I get what you mean. Yeah, sorry. Does it explain take long to download? It might do, Blue Train Passenger. It really depends on your connection. I didn't really think about that. It should tell you how much the download is. It should. It's quite big. I mean, actually, the full install of X-Plane 11, if you had it all installed, I think is about 70 or 80 gigabytes. Quite a big. It's quite a big game because it loads in all. It has to load in loads of textures for the world and stuff. And then you can get add-ons. But scenery add-ons and that, some of them can take up quite a lot of space on your hard drive, especially for Flight Sim, because you can get mesh sceneries and all sorts of things, and especially on X-Plane, because they've got very high detailed mesh sceneries, and you can get photo sceneries. It's like I've got, for FSX, I've got some photo scenery of the UK that I sometimes use, and that takes up about, I don't know, 60, 70 gigabytes, actually maybe even more than that. I know it came on like tons of DVDs when I had to install it all, and even then the data on the DVDs was compressed. So Are you downloading it as well, Katie? Well, we've still got 40 miles to go. No, I forgot how long this route actually was. I went on this route in real life. I think for the first time it was last year I went on it. And I went to Leeds and then got the train from Leeds to Carlisle. And it was a Class 158 that we went on. And it was really great. The guard on the train, he was fantastic because he must have been used to like that service, because he basically was helping out and people were like asking him loads of stuff. And then there's some woman got on with a trolley and she was selling souvenirs, kind of like tea towels and all sorts of things, you know, to do with the settle to Carlisle. She got on one of the stations and then she got off again, and the guard was really cool. And basically people wanted, like, you know, he was like helping taking pictures for people because there was loads of tourists on the train, and so people wanted him to take pictures of them, and he was really happy to oblige. He was a really cool guard conductor. He was brilliant. Just a shame the weather wasn't too nice though, but you know, can't have everything. But I really enjoyed it though. So I better accelerate a little bit. We should be going up the hill. I think once I've done this scenario, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more scenario, I think. It's quarter to 20 to 11 here. Yeah. Turn that thing off. But I'm going to go for it now. I'm going to speed up a little bit. It's going to accelerate up to 100, I think. Is there any free flight games? Yeah, I think there is one I know of that's free. I just can't remember the name of it though. Maybe someone in chat can help you out. We can always just go to Google, type in free flight games. That might help. Maybe. Paper airplanes. Here you go, here's a free one. That's a free flight sim if you're interested. Not a bad one. It's been going for years though, but if you want free, it's okay. It's not bad. Hey, you've decided to base your company in Sweden. Wow, why is that? Why is that, B. Harrison? Why have you decided to base it in Sweden? I actually, I mean, I'm not really into trucks, but I live about 20 miles or so from the Scania factory in Södertälje. If you ever watch one of Squirrel's streams where he goes to the Scania factory and goes on the Scania test track, well, that place is, like I said, just 20 miles away up down the road from me. I go past there on the train sometimes if I'm heading that direction. It's if I'm heading south from here, then I go past the station called Södertälje, and you can see the Scania factory where they make all the trucks and the buses and stuff from there. Yeah, it's about yeah, Katie. It's, I mean, if you ever come to Stockholm, you can get a train there to Södertälje. Takes about it's about 20 minutes on the train from Stockholm, because you don't go on the commuter train, you go on the high-speed trains. Then they're a little bit quicker. It's about a 15-20 minute journey from Stockholm. In fact, the Södertälje station in Sweden is really impressive. There's two stations for Södertälje. There's one which is like the one that the commuter trains use. And it's like a low-level station. It's basically on the ground, near to the town. And the one that the intercity trains use, etc. It's like built up on a really huge bridge. The station sits on top of this bridge that then goes across like a big big river. It's just like crazy. Volvo Trucker, what route is this? This is the Settle to Carlisle, but it's been electrified. I think you can get it from the workshop. You just need to look for Settle to Carlisle electrified. You obviously need the Settle to Carlisle route obviously, and also I think you need some other routes as well, because obviously I don't know what routes the pantographs come from. It obviously adds the pantographs and all the overhead wiring in from another route, so you'll need that route too. So no, B Harrison, this is the Settle to Carlisle route. Settle to Carlisle route with electricity wire thingies. Oh, that was good. Right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, the electrified version, Archangel. Am I from Cumbria? No, I'm not. I was from West Sussex originally, and now I live near Stockholm, in Sweden. Yeah, Archangel, it is a workshop version. I'm sure it's a workshop version. You can look for it. If you do a search for maybe Settle to Carlisle electrified, you should find it. I'm sure I got this from the workshop, but you never know with me. It could have come from anywhere. Could have been from UK Train Sim, but I don't think it was. Yeah, I'm speeding, but it's just because I just feel like I can. But yeah, you can see Settle here. Got 22 miles to go, so hopefully it won't take too long. Maybe another 15-20 minutes or so. Ramish, no idea. I don't think it does. You could use things like Track IR with it though, I believe. But if anyone else knows the answer to that question, please feel free and answer in chat. But I do believe it's not compatible with VR though, although I might be wrong. Best way to do it is just to do Google search on Train Simulator and then VR, and then see what answers you get. What train am I driving? Thank you for the follow, Bramish. I'm driving the Class 91 Archangel. So it's the Class 91 like you would find on the East Coast Main Line. It's in Virgin Trains livery, and yes, this is a Class 91 with the Class 82 thingy, DVT on the back, the driving trailer, so. No, I don't think it does, Captain Jenks. I don't think it does. I'm not too sure though, to be honest. It really depends on the DLC, Bramish. Some DLCs, which are basically routes, will sometimes get some trains included in that route. But if you tend to buy a train on its own, then you don't tend to get any routes with the train. You'll get maybe some scenarios with the train that you can play, either career scenarios, but you'll then need a specific route to play those scenarios on. But if you get, but most of the time it's a bit of a mixture, really. But right, so I'm going to do 100 and. Hi, Dean. Thank you so much, Dean. Same to you. Hope you've had a lovely Christmas as well. Merry Christmas to you too, Dean. No, Bramish. You tend to have when you purchase Train Sim 2017, you'll get some routes with it. I think there's about 4 or 5 routes you'll get. But there isn't like a base scenery. It's not like Flight Sim, for example, where you have the whole world, and then you can go anywhere in that world, and then you can kind of, buy enhancements for that world that basically enhance certain areas. Train sim isn't like that. You don't get a whole world with all the tracks on it and then basically you can get higher detailed tracks for different areas. It's basically a certain route for a certain area and that's it. So how do you get the snow like this? Is on mine. I don't really know, Dean. All I can tell you is that I've got the Armstrong Powerhouse lighting enhancement, and that might affect the way that the weather is displayed and the way that weather looks. Apart from that, at the moment I'm just doing a quick drive scenario with it just set to snow, and that's it really. That's all I can tell you really. And I've got the visual. I've got the draw distance set on the maximum. So I don't really know. Sorry, I can't really help you anymore with that. If you haven't got the Armstrong Powerhouse enhancement pack for the lighting, might be a good time to get it, because I think in the sale it'll be about £1, and it does basically change the lighting and things in a lot of routes. It does kind of make it look, it gives it a different look, so that might be something you want to do. I don't know. Carlisle to Barrow. I think some of those routes might be done. I'm not sure though. Carlisle to Barrow. Isn't that the Western Lines of Scotland? Carlisle to Barrow. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. That's Barrow in Finesse, isn't it? Well, you can still get the yeah, I think I'm getting confused. Tepic, there's two lighting packs, isn't there? There's the lighting effect pack. I mean, all it says for the pack is, it says, please note this pack will not function on scenarios making use of the new 3D weather system. So that's basically saying that if there's any scenarios that use that 3D weather system, then obviously it doesn't change the lighting in those scenarios, but any other scenarios it does. I mean it must still do something, Tepic, otherwise he wouldn't be updating it all the time for all the new routes. Because it's been updated recently for Bristol to Swansea. I mean, if you look on the website for all the routes that lighting packet supports, it's got all the latest routes in it. So if it was going back until a certain time, then obviously he wouldn't still be doing it, would he? And plus, this is what I use, so obviously there is some kind of effect. So I don't know. Chatham Mainline uses it. He's got it set up for South Wales Coastal, Bristol to Swansea. We always endeavour to update this pack whenever new routes are released, it says. So I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, it's £1.99 at the moment, Tepic. But there's the other one that he did, which was the station enhancement pack. But that was just literally for that was literally for 2 routes, I think. And that was the station lighting enhancement pack, and that was basically for nighttime, the lighting at stations at night. So that might be the other one that you're thinking of. That's not the same thing. So best thing to do, Tepic, is just go and read the just go and read the link for it. I'll post it here. Actually, I'll just post the link if you guys want to read what the text says. But I think all it does is it just basically, you know, what they're saying is that if there's any scenarios with the 3D weather effects from Train Sim 2015, it doesn't change anything in it. So, or maybe, I don't know, but anyway. It's already in your car. Yeah, I do know that when I've had it, I've had to update it. I've had to update the I've had to download the exe quite often because normally what happens is a new route comes out, and then a week or so later the pack's been enhanced for it. But I suppose it's really easy just to change, to update it, I guess. Right, here we are at Settle now. This is where this scenario ends. Basically, nobody in first class wanted to get off here, so... Oh, actually, no. Yeah. Just forgot. It's down this end, isn't it? First class. Yeah, so people in Coach K could get off. Oh, it's the Seagulls.